Hi guys, my name is Lauren Cardoza. If you don't know me, I was doing math and more talented I really thought I would be. So, all we're gonna be doing is multiplication chart. So I was here for a long time since the 4th of July has been TikTok banned, and I'm gonna say something about how I did today because I was doing making my bed, doing chores, and exercising, and probably doing some of the stomach workouts that I've been doing today in the bathroom and here and something like that. Alright, so I was doing Khan Academy math, and of course I do is write something on the board, but I took it out. So you might gonna see it that way. I don't know, but let's see. This is my board, and this is all erased. No, it's these ones. These ones are the back ones are the math wall. This is called the mathematic wall. And do you know what mathematical means? It means sort of that. It's like you have to like a divide or like a geometry symmetrical way of how you do math additioning with algebra and trigonometry, or unless you might with pre-algebra and learn some other shapes too, and even calculus will do mathematically. But the thing is, if you study high school algebra, you'll be getting better, you get more grades, and you get more effort on what other chances are that you want to take the whole middle class right in the homework help. Alright, next I'm going to be doing is multiplication. So you know what multiplication is. And next I'm going to do order of operations. So it's not going to take too long. So keep in mind that. Alright, so 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 28, 84, 112, 140, 160, 196, 224, 252, 280, 308, 336, 364, 390, 392, 420, 448, 476, 504, 532, 560, 588, 616, 644, 672, 700, 728, 756, 794, 812, 840, 858, 896, 924, 952, 990, 1008, 1036, 1054, 1092, 1120, 1148, 1176, 1204, 1232, 1250, 1298, 1316, 1344, 1372, 1400, 1428, 1456, 1456. Stop right there. See? I knew I'm going to stop. So, I did a great job. And little mistakes. Don't worry about that. So, okay. That was way past beyond my future career. Alright, so here is the slower version to know how to do this. This is a faster version way. So, here's the slower version. So, let's do this. Alright. 28, 30, 28, 84, 112, 140, 168, 196, 224, 252, 280, 308, 336, 364, 392, 420, 448, 476, 504, 532, 560, 588, 616, 644, 672, 700, 728, 756, 794, 812, 840, 858, 896, 924, 952, 990, 1008, 1036, 1054, 1092, 1120, 1148, 1176, 1204, 1232, 1250, 1298, 1316, 1344, 1372, 1400, 1428, 1456. Stop in the middle of the 52 times tables. But not the 52 times tables, the 28 times tables. Alright, so we did the slow version. Now let's look it up order of operations around Khan Academy and see what it looks like. You may not look like it, but let's see it again, and I hope you can understand better. Alright, I'm back here at order of operations, but it needs to load. So I have 6,243 points around Khan Academy. And okay. Alright, so my courses are get ready for numbers and operations. So I want to do like order of operations. This is what I'm going to search for. So just look it up, order of operations. You know how to spell it. So you have to spell like this. ORDEROFOPERATIONS. That's how you spell that correctly. So see what I'm saying. Order of operations. Do it like this. Right now. Alright. Let's type like this. Order of operations. Just hold my camera so I can see better. I've typed what I'm doing. Okay. Oh shit. Alright. Order of operations. Intro to order of operations. Yes! Let's go. I need the video and see what's gonna be looking like. Freaking thing's muted. Alright guys, you ready? You ready to start the class? On your mark, get set, go.
In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about order of operations. And I want you to pay close attention because really everything else that you're going to do in mathematics is going to be based on you having a solid grounding in order of operations. So what do we even mean when we say order of operations? So let me give you an example. The whole point is so that we have one way to interpret a mathematical statement. So let's say I have the mathematical statement 7 plus 3 times 5. Now, if we didn't all agree on order of operations, there would be two ways of interpreting this statement. You could just read it left to right. So you could say, well, let me just take 7 plus 3. You could say 7 plus 3 and then multiply that times 5. And 7 plus 3 is 10. And then you multiply that by 5. 10 times 5, it would get you 50. So that's one way you would interpret it if we didn't agree on an order of operations. Maybe it's a natural way. You just go left to right. Another way you could interpret it, you say, oh, I like to do multiplication before I do addition. So you might...
Sorry about it, guys. My eyes fell asleep because I'm exhausted. So don't tell me I'm exhausted, okay? Only a little bit because I was working too hard.
I'd interpret it as, I'll try to color code it, 7 plus, and you do the 3 times 5 first. 7 plus 3 times 5, which would be 7 plus 3 times 5 is 15, and 7 plus 15 is 22. So notice, we interpreted the statement in two different ways. This was just straight left to right, doing the addition, then the multiplication. This way, we did the multiplication first, then the addition. We got two different answers, and that's just not cool in mathematics. If this was part of some effort to send something to the moon because two people interpreted it a different way, or one computer interpreted one way and another computer interpreted another way, the satellite might go to Mars. So this is just completely unacceptable, and that's why we have to have an agreed upon order of operations, an agreed upon way to interpret this statement. So the agreed upon order of operations is to do parentheses first. Let me write it over here. Parentheses first, then do exponents. If you don't know what exponents are, don't worry about it right now. Exponents, and in this video we're not going to have any exponents in our examples, so you don't really have to worry about them for this video. Then you do multiplication. I'll just write mult, short for multiplication. Then you do multiplication and division next. They kind of have the same level of priority. And then finally you do addition and subtraction. So what is this order of operations? Let me label it. This right here, that is the agreed upon order of operations. And if we follow these order of operations, we should always get to the same answer for a given statement. So what does this tell us? What is the best way to interpret this up here? Well, we have no parentheses. Parentheses look like that. Those little curly things around numbers. We don't have any parentheses here. I'll do some examples that do have parentheses. We don't have any exponents here, but we do have some multiplication and division, or we actually just have some multiplication. So the order of operations say, do the multiplication and division first. So it says, do the multiplication first. That's a multiplication. So it says, do this operation first. It gets priority over addition or subtraction. So if we do this first, we get the 3 times 5, which is 15, and then we add the 7. The addition or subtraction, I'll do it here. Addition, we just have addition, just like that. So we do the multiplication first, get 15, then add the 7, 22. So based upon the agreed order of operations, this right here is the correct answer, the correct way to interpret this statement. Let's do another example. I think it'll make things a little bit more clear. And I'll do the example in pink. So let's say I have 7 plus 3, 7 plus 3, put some parentheses there,
and that gives you 10.
4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 6.
10
so there's
times
all
4 is
sorts of
40.
crazy things
40
here,
divided
but
by
if you just
2.
follow the order of operations, you'll simplify it in a very, clean way, and hopefully we'll all get the same answer. So let's just follow the order of operations. The first thing we have to do is look for parentheses. Are there parentheses here? Yes, there are. There's parentheses around the 7 plus 3. So it says, let's do that first. So 7 plus 3 is 10. So this we can simplify just looking at this order of operations to 10 times all of that. Let me copy and paste that so I don't have to keep rewriting it. So let me copy, let me paste it. So that simplifies to 10 times all of that. We did our parentheses first. Then what do? There are no more parentheses in this expression. Then we should do exponents. I don't see any exponents here. And just so if you're curious what exponents look like, an exponent would look like, 7 squared. You'd see these little small numbers up in the top right. We don't have any exponents here, so we don't have to worry about it. Then it says to do multiplication and division next. So where do we see multiplication? We have a multiplication, a division, a multiplication again.
Now, let's solve this equation, guys. So, what is 7 plus 3? The answer is 10. So 10 times 4, you multiply it. So 10 times 4 is 40. You got that? 10 times 4 equals 40. So now you start at 40. So 40 divided by 2. So what is 40 divided by 2? So you count by 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then the answer will be is, can you guess what answer that's supposed to be? It's gonna be 20 times. So 20 minus 5. Start at 20. 20 minus 5 is 5. Take away 5 and it equals 15. So now, what is 15 times 6? So 15 times 6. So you have to count by 15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30. 15 times 3 is going to be 50. And 15 times 4 is going to be 65. And 15 times 5 will be 80. And then 50 times 6 is going to be 100, I guess. Probably 100. Who cares? Or maybe, hold on. 15, 30, 50, 65, 80. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I think it's gonna be 105. I think. I'm trying to see if there's a calculator somewhere. Oh, there is a calculator. All right. Let's see if I'm right. 105. So 15 times 6. Ooh, it's 90. Almost past that. So 90 is the correct answer. Let's see if I got it right.
When you have multiple operations at the same level,
let me know if you got this right, guys. You make sure the answer is always at the nearest page.
Our order of operations, multiplication and division, are at the same level, then you do left to right. So in this situation, you're going to multiply by 4 and then divide by 2. You won't multiply by 4 divided by 2. But then we'll do the 5 times 6 before we do the subtraction right here. So let's figure out what this is. So we'll do this multiplication first. We'll do that multiplication first. We could simultaneously do this multiplication because it's not going to change things, but I'll do things one step at a time. So the next step we're going to do is this 10 times 4. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 times 4 is 40. Then you have 40 divided by 2. Let me copy and paste all of that again. Then it simplifies to that right there. Remember, multiplication and division, they're at the exact same level, so we're going to do it left to right. You could also express this as multiplying by 1/2, and then it wouldn't matter the order. But for simplicity, multiplication and division go left to right. So then you have 40 divided by 2 minus 5 times 6. So division, you just have one division here. You want to do that. This is going to take, you have this
4 more minutes, then the video will end completely.
Division, then you have this multiplication. They're not together, so you can actually kind of do them simultaneously. And to make it clear that you do this before you do the subtraction, because multiplication division take priority over addition subtraction, we could put parentheses around them to say, look, we're going to do that and that first before I do that subtraction, because multiplication division have priority. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. We're going to have that minus sign. Minus 5 times 6 is 30. 20 minus 30 is equal to negative 10. And that is the correct interpretation of
okay,
so I want to make
30 minus
very,
20
very
is
clear. If you
10,
have things at
the
same level, so if you have 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 4 minus 1. So addition and subtraction.
Okay, I'm going to answer this. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Minus 3 is 0. Plus 4 is 4. Minus 1 is 3.
Are all at the same level.
Let me know if you get 3 right. Make sure you just comment down below if you know what equation that he's talking about.
In order of operations, you should go left to right. So this, you should interpret this as 1 plus 2 is 3. 3, so this is the same thing as 3 minus 3 plus 4 minus 1. Then you do 3 minus 3 is 0 plus 4 minus 1. Or this is the same thing as 4 minus 1, which is the same thing as 3. You just go left to right. Same thing if you have multiplication and division. All on they're at the same level. So if you have 4 times 2 divided by 3 times 2, you do 4 times 2 is 8 divided by 3 times 2. You say 8 divided by 3 is, well, look at a fraction there. It would be 8 thirds. So this would be 8 thirds times 2. And then 8 thirds times 2 is equal to 16 over 3. That's how you interpret it. You don't do this multiplication first and divide the 2 by that and all of that. Now, the one time where you can be loosey-goosey with order of operations, if you have all addition or all multiplication. So if you have 1 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 2, does not matter what order you do it in. You can do the 2 plus 3. You could go from the right to the left. You could go from the left to the right. You could start someplace in between.
I think the answer was 20, students. 1 plus 5 is 6. 7 plus 6 is 16. Plus 3. Wait a minute. 5 plus 1 is 6. 14 plus 3. 17. I think it's going to be 20. It's not 21. I was trying to go in order right now. So 7 plus 5 is 15. plus 3. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 15. Plus 2, plus 1. So 7 plus 5, 1, 2, 3, 12. And the answer was 18, I guess.
If
it's not
only
20
all
anymore.
addition, and the same thing is true if you have all multiplication. If it's 1 times 5 times 7 times 3 times 2, does not matter what order you're doing it. That's only when it's all multiplication or all addition. If there's some division in here, if there's some subtraction in here, you're best off just going left to right.
Okay. So, they talked about order of operations in the video, and that's a complete end, of course. I was a little tired of when I'm filming this video.
We're asked to simplify 8 plus
Quiet,
5
please.
times
Quiet.
4.
Really? Alright. Alright, come on. There it is. There's my dashboard. Alright, so my arm got a little tired because I was just watching the Khan Academy website, and this looks pretty interesting. So, have you ever do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and how do you like multiply or do it left to right? So, when they say left to right, it's basically not the same order, but they combine it to how to like you have to addition, you have to multiply, and you will get like a great progress if you do this at school. And if you're gonna do this much easier on your homework so you need to go and try to work order of operations. I really need your help to find out the answers if you need it, okay? So, if you have order of operations, if you want to write it down on your own homework, try to do this. It's probably okay if your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your grandma and grandma, your grandpa and grandpa will do what order of operations is and what the parentheses and exponents are. Do it as I look at the comments and find out how many of those talented people that I usually to be. So, let's focus on the test. You know what this goes. Alright, so I'm at the computer and operations. Operations is right here. But numbers and operations. So I think I'm gonna be doing this one right now. I guess so. Alright, so I'm going to start with converting fraction to decimals. That's the one I'm supposed to be doing right now. Alright. I don't know how to start this. Decimals, fractions. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, ready to practice. Okay, show us what you can do. So, you have 7 questions on the left, okay? Got it. Let me see so I can see better. 3, 2, 1, go. Write decimals as fractions. Express 0.7 as a fraction. Your answer should be a proper fraction like 1/2 or /6 or 10. Alright. Express 0.7 as a fraction. Alright. Get 5 of 7 questions to level up to familiar. Okay. So 0.7 as a fraction. I need to go watch a video and see if they have so decimals by fractions. Sometimes I really need help to focus on that. I'm gonna review it and find the answer correctly.
So what place these digits are times what? So you could view that as 5 times 1 over 100. So if I were to rewrite this, I can rewrite this as a sum of this 1 represents 1 times 1/10.
Okay.
So that would be 1/10 plus, and this 5 represents 5.
All right. So fraction. So 0.7 is a fraction. So the answer will be 7. Or maybe 0.7 as a fraction. Let me see.
5 times 1/100. So it would be plus
Someone gets 750 energy points if I earned this.
5/100 plus 5/100. And if we want to add them up, we want to find a common denominator. The common denominator is 100, both 10 and the least common multiple. Both 100 is a multiple of both 10 and 100. So we can rewrite this as something over 100 plus something over 100 plus something over 100. This isn't going to change. This was already 5 over 100. If we multiply the denominator here by 10, that's what we did. We multiplied it by 10. Then we're going to have to multiply this numerator by 10.
Yep.
And so this is the same thing as 10 over 100. And now we're ready to add. This is the same thing as 10 plus 5 is 15 over 100. And you could have done that a little bit quicker just by inspecting this. You was 1500. Again, let's see, both the numerator and the denominator is divisible by 5.
All right. Yep, I think that's the one I'm going to be doing today, so express it by fraction. Alright, let's start with this one right now, because we haven't done that one in a long time right now.
Let's write 0.8 as a fraction. So 0.8, the 8 right over here is in the tenths place. It is the tenths place. So you can read this as 8 tenths. And we can write that literally as being equal to 8 tenths, or 8 over 10. And now we've already written it as a fraction, and if we want, we can simplify this down. Both 8 and 10 share common factors. They're both divisible by 2. So let's divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. We're not changing the value of the fraction because we're dividing by both the numerator and the denominator by the same thing. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And we're done. 8 or 0.8 is the same thing as 8 tenths, which is the same thing as 4 fifths.
Okay. I think I know how this is going to work. So, I'm going to go write this down right now on a piece of blank paper. Right now. So, I need a pencil and express down by 0.7. Got it. 7 as a fraction, so... Alright. So they give you 7/10. 7/10. Alright. What is this thing he just said? There's something else. Okay.
Let's write 0.8 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5.
Alright, so 10 divided by 7. So let's look at a calculator first. 10 divided by 7. Wait. 10 divided by 7. Or maybe 10. It's gonna be 1.4. So I know this is kind of a little hard, but I think I'm probably get better at it next time. So I think it's going to be 7 divided by. It's gonna be probably 1. I guess. Let me see if I got it right. So 10 divided by 1. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe. Maybe it's not the correct answer right now. So, it's going to be 1.4. 1.4, okay. 1.4 divided by 1.4. And equals, okay, 7 divided by 1.4. So it gives you 5. Okay. 5, and let's see, 10 divided by 1.4. Gives you 7. So it's gonna be 7. So 5, 7. Alright. So it's gonna be perfection. Okay, 5/7. Hold on, let me get the correct answer right. Come on, let's make this right. Oh shoot, that's wrong. Okay. 5/7 is wrong. So I have to put it like I don't know where I'm gonna put what number that is. Oh.